And it's episode 140, Red Leaf Retrocast Anime Edition. I'm JD, Hickey, Tori. One more day and the World Cup is over.
Woo!
Hey, and then the next World Cup is gonna be absolutely fucked off there. There's gonna be like 48 teams.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I probably knew it, but they're expanding it even further.
It's going to be 48 teams and the whole North America.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, the Canada, Mexico, US. That's dumb.
Yeah, it's going to be hell.
That is so
hell
dumb.
enough. At least I'm not playing, so that's okay. It's hell enough to others. My friends are going. They don't know where, but they are.
Oh boy. Well, today on this episode, it's our last one of the 2022
Ever?
year.
Yes. Oh, never mind.
No.
Never mind. Don't mind me.
Tried.
I'm just here.
Yeah. At least you tried. I did. At least you tried. We should have signed those documents way back then.
Do they even matter anymore?
I think they do. JD can hold us accountable in many countries.
I mean, the thing is, right? He can't.
I don't know why he wants to hold us accountable in South Sudan, but he can. So kind of like.
No, but sure. But like that was for that network thing that is kind of dead right now. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
So JD still got the papers there.
I do still have those papers. Why are we bringing
I don't
up
want to
anime
be
radicals
fucking
randomly?
prosecuted in. I don't want to be prosecuted in Yemen as well. Like I don't know what JD's going to do with that,
God.
You can now never set foot in Yemen.
Shit.
Dreams have been destroyed. So, before we get into our review of Mushishi, figured since this is our last one of the year and what we got scheduled for a while going into next year, we're doing City Hunter 2. We're finishing that. That's almost 40 episodes. So we're going to give ourselves an extra couple weeks to finish it all after the holidays. So now would be a good time to do the moving bar. And just to reiterate, for those that may not be aware, is we have our minimum year date of 15 years for an anime to be considered retro and available to record on the podcast. So each new season we do a moving bar from 15 years ago of the latest season. And then we also will be doing the winter 2023 anime preview. Just kind of what pops out, what are we looking at, what are we probably going to watch, what are we going to give a try. Very exciting. I know you're.
What are we going to say? We're going to try and never watch.
Well, I will.
I won't.
I got to tell you, I'm still watching the show Eminence in Shadow. It's like one of the dumbest things of the year that I've consistently watched every episode week to week. It's not going to...
I might try to binge watch it once a month.
Didn't that get like a game as well? Like
did it?
Man. I think so. It's like a smartphone game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's always a smartphone game.
Yeah, I know,
Sure.
but still. It's a thing.
Did I get a smartphone game? Most likely.
Most definitely. It seems like the sort of show that would get that.
Yeah.
So, shall we get started with the moving bar, or do you want to do the preview of next season first?
We can start with the moving bar.
Okay.
I think.
I just got.
I'm already looking at a show here. That. So,
yes.
The show that instantly pops out at me is obviously not the things that I've been told about, like, or I have watched as well, like Spice and Wolf, and although I did just see the second season of, I think that's the second season, right, of Sayonara Setsubo Sensei,
yes.
And Aria. But the show that pops up to me immediately is, I'm going to butcher this name, Nemnosin.
Menacing, yes.
Yes.
What is that?
That is a show.
Fun one.
That is a show. That is an absolute fucking blast.
Sat back in the day, we're like, okay, we're gonna make a show that's 6 episodes long and 45 minutes each episode.
Hell yeah,
it's
dude.
like, oh, nice. That's a nice OVA idea. I was like, what do you mean OVA? That shit is going on television.
That shit's going on TV, boy. It's just,
shit. It is a fun one.
Yeah, it is.
a little bit weird, but once you get the hang of it, once you get a hang of it, they're time skipping. Okay, I see.
Yep. So the synopsis.
Kind of immortal. Okay,
I just want to quickly go over the synopsis there as well, because like it says there, immortality is something many people would wish for. But would it be such a coveted ability if people knew they would be subject to countless attacks because of it? Such is the case of Rin Asogi, an immortal private investigator, because there's no shortage of people who want her dead. Over the centuries, she has met many girls' grisly ends, but each time she returns to life as if nothing had happened. In 1990, while looking for a lost cat, Rin turns into Koki Maeno, a man who feels that his memories are wrong. Agreeing to help him, Rin discovers that Koki is not what he seems, all the while drawing closer to her true enemy. This adversary knows Rin and her kind all too well, and if she dies by his hand, she may stay dead permanently. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe not.
What?
I don't.
It's definitely a fascinating show. I watched this like a couple of years ago. It's interesting. I love the fact that it just has theme gore as well. Yes, it is. It is quite bloody.
I have I've never heard of this show.
No? Holy shit, JD. The introduction to this show is just the main character running away and then being blasted in a rooftop by a fucking shotgun and falling off, falling through.
Well,
I believe that. I believe that's
like that.
It starts like that, right? It starts like that. I'm pretty sure. Something like that.
All I remember is that fucking. All I remember is just that piercing scene. God, the piercing torture.
I remember it's like no matter what time of the day, it's always time for vodka.
Well, Spice and Wolf now qualifies.
It sure does. Yeah. The first season.
Yeah, the first season. And for those that aren't aware, it's essentially two people, and you learn about economy in this world. It's an economic, wholesome anime. It's weird. It's awesome.
It's not as boring as it sounds, though. But yes,
no, it's not. But it's awesome.
No, the novel is also really nice.
I have quite a few volumes of the novel. Very, very enjoyable reads. So I wouldn't mind a little Spice and Wolf rewatch, but from the way you guys talk about Memosine, or however you pronounce that, that sounds way more interesting, considering I've never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the second season of Gunslinger Girls?
The second season of Gunslinger Girls.
Get that out of your head right now.
You teatrino. Yeah, no, but hey, Rosario plus Vampire. That's a classic.
I actually haven't seen that one, surprisingly.
Rosario Vampire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
the Shakugan no Shana second season, Hayate to Gotoku first season.
Now we're already up to Major season 4, man. Why haven't we started that one?
I think I stopped watching Major after season 3. So I've never seen Major season 4.
What I'm going to highlight from winter 2008 is Hellsing Ultimate.
Oh, right.
Which is
Ultimate
available
OVA.
on Netflix. Yes. And also another OVA, The Idolmaster Live for You, which is the first actual Idolmaster anime. I don't count, the other one from 2006 made by Sunrise that is about giant robots.
Well, Sayonara,
and also Karano
Zetsubo
Kyokai, both 3, because
yes,
right. Zetsubo Sensei.
Yeah, Zetsubo Sensei, that's been on my kind of plan to watch list for years. That might be something I'd probably... Yeah. Oh, you've never seen it either, Tori?
I haven't. The first season, that is. This is the second.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Soku Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei.
Misread that.
I've watched it
well, that just means the first season does indeed qualify.
It does mean the first season. The first season qualifies from. It was from summer 2007. I know this is Chef JD, but they didn't start with season 2 of Sayonara Setsubo Sensei and then
and then make a prequel.
That would be something.
Yes, I watched 3 seasons.
What do you think
of
this is, Monogatari, where you start in season 4, part 3, and then they do the
Hey, it worked.
It did work. It did work. I'm sure we can do some with Monogatari eventually. It'd be an interesting discussion.
We definitely could.
One more year, and we can actually.
And we got to keep this going for one more year. Jesus.
I think it's summer 2009.
Oh my God, we're so far ahead right now that we literally have the fucking "You're Under Arrest" full throttle OVA available now.
Wow.
That is damn. We're moving up in the world.
We're plugging away. What started in
In the 90s.
Yeah. Wow.
Started in the early 90s, has now been finished and is considered retro. By our standards, of course, which means that's the objectively correct.
Well, I'm very up for this memo scene anime. I'm very up for putting that on the list to review for 2023.
Absolutely. Yeah, I am too. I enjoyed watching it.
All right. So I got Zetsubo Sensei and Memo scene. How do you pronounce that? What do you think?
Don't know.
Musume Tachi? How about I just say that part?
that is, yes.
All right, so we got 2 anime plan to review list. We're doing
plan to review list, which we have made a lot of and still haven't gotten to like almost any of them, but that's okay.
Well, I guess they're standalone complex. We never did get to Ghost in the Shell, but I could live without the rest of them.
Some of them aren't necessarily the greatest picks, I agree. But at the same time, though, what if?
What if? I don't want to.
What if they're hidden gems, JD? You don't know.
No, I don't. All right. Winter 2023. I think that's time for this.
I think it's time for that.
Vinland Saga Season 2 pops out immediately. Why wouldn't it?
That's right.
Love the first season.
That's right. Don't bully me. Nagatoro Season 2 pops out immediately. I agree.
Okay, what is this joke you keep referring to?
Don't worry about it. Don't bully me. Nagatoro-san is a fucking manga anime that came out like, when did they come out? Like 2 years ago? First season? A year ago?
A year ago.
2021. Spring 2021, so almost 2 years ago at this point. And it's about this, it's about this girl who likes bullying her senpai in many ways. Teasing him. Making fun of him. Making him uncomfortable.
Yes.
And now it's the second season.
That's basically it.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a lot of second seasons. Holy shit.
There is a lot of second seasons. Tokyo Revengers.
4 seasons. There's fucking Dunmatch season 4.
Are people still into Tokyo Revengers, or did they finally come to our side and say it's not great?
Japanese people still are.
Okay.
What do you mean our side? I haven't watched it.
Yeah, so you're on the side of, it can't be that good. I haven't watched it.
Yes, like I am with literally everything I haven't watched. If I haven't seen it, it sucks, clearly.
Right, exactly. That's the rules.
Japanese people still quite like it.
I know. I know they do.
Yeah,
Nier Automata version 1.1a is coming out, and, I like the games. Hopefully the anime will be good. Hopefully we'll adapt some side stories. I do like some of the side stories.
Did you...
The joke endings.
How many of the endings did you finish? Because I only did, I think, 2 of them, and I got started on the 3rd one, and then I just kind of put the game down. Jesus
fucking Christ, my man. I did all of the main endings, and I did a decent chunk of the joke endings. So I didn't quite 100% the game, but I wasn't too far off.
Okay. Yeah, I got started with the story with the other Nier chick, or however it is. I have like so little memory of the game at this point now. It might be worth playing again.
It would
But
definitely be worth playing
I
again,
did
so you could
enjoy
fucking
it.
finish it.
I just wasn't very good at it. I was pretty bad at the game. I could never.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Man, I can't.
yeah.
I just had such a problem getting used to the dodge system. And it, if you're bad at that, you're not gonna get very far in the game.
You're not. I still don't quite understand. Like I remember you were fighting like one of the what was it? The fucking giant like ball thing.
Yeah.
Inside of the thing, and it's a thing that just smashes the ground and creates shockwaves. And you kept telling me you were struggling with dodging the thing, and I'm just sitting there like, but you just I don't get it. You just jump over them. What do you mean?
Yeah. There was something about the game that I just never understood. Anyways.
Yeah.
More pickup girls in a dungeon. That's my guilty pleasure anime. I'm always excited for that
same.
show.
I still need to watch the last season as well. I never got around to that.
Part 1 of the last season, I massively enjoyed. Like, I thought it was... It really concentrated... Look, I will sing its praises. It really concentrated on kind of the despair of the dungeon and big, strong enemies and Bell fighting them and sometimes getting his ass kicked for a big cliffhanger at the end. Look, it's probably going to be in my top 5 anime of the year this year. That I've watched.
Jesus.
I should probably list that off for the next podcast.
I will not, because have I watched 5 anime this year? I don't know.
5 anime this year? Is it podcast related?
Well, that would be, yeah. I watched more than 5 anime this year, but the seasonal anime, I've been slacking on that.
Okay, someone tell me about this Trigun Stampede. Is it just a remake, or is it a new story?
I'm not sure.
I believe it's a new story.
Oh, okay.
And
Now I'm
it's
pumped.
CG.
Then. Is the art I'm looking at the poster art, and it looks pretty rad.
Yeah, well, it's CG, but it's by Studio Orange, and Studio Orange is technically still the best CG anime of the CG studio.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Studio Orange has done, as it's loading. Oh, I click on it, and okay, come on. Black Bullet.
Beastars.
No, Black Bullet.
Yeah.
That is the one everyone should reference.
Black Bullet? Why that one?
Oh, because it's number 1 on the list.
Mine is very far down where it actually belongs because Jesus
Black
Christ.
Bullet is not that bad.
Could be,
It's well animated.
Sure, but the thing that everyone should know about is Hoseki no Kuni, which is fucking amazing.
No, it's terrible.
Hoseki no Kuni is fucking amazing, JD, and you are wrong for not liking it.
It is a bad
I'm sorry,
show.
it's just the truth.
It is falsehoods about mineralogy. It's a terrible show.
No, it is the greatest thing that Orange has ever made. By a long shot.
I really like Dimension W.
I did not like Dimension W.
It wasn't like a fantastic show, but I thought, you know what, Studio Orange, maybe they don't have a good record.
They don't have a great record. Like, I mean,
I'm talking about CG.
No. I like Hoseki no Kuni, and I like the first season of Beastars. I never bothered with the second season of Beastars, and from everybody I talked to about the show, they kept telling me I did a good job by not watching the second season, so I'm going to stick with that. And yeah, other than that, Dimension W, Black Bullet, that was fine at times, but overall, I don't think it's a very good show. Saijaku Muhai no Bahamut I watched, that was not very good. They were producer now, not studio. Good. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of stuff to show, I guess.
No, they should
make
stick
sense.
to CG.
Which makes sense. I mean, they were established in 2004. They did that fucking PV for Idolmaster, I remember. That's something they did.
Off, which is kind of good. I don't know why it only has a 6.2, but I think it's well animated.
I mean, it is, it's just like a PV thing, but yeah.
Let's see, we got an anime called Spy Room, Girls with Guns, it looks like. Probably skip that one.
Girls with Guns.
So far it's only Vinland Saga 2 and Trigun Stampede on my list.
Inspect's second season.
Yeah, no, this is looking like one of those. This is looking like a catch-up season for me for the most part. I cannot see myself watching too much other than Vinland Saga and Nier Automata. That is Danmachi as well if I finish the previous season, but those are the only three things I'd watch from this. I stopped watching Bungo Stray Dogs. I can't be bothered keeping up with it anymore. And I lost interest.
You mentioned you're shocked that it's only at season 4.
Yeah, really. Like, I mean, it feels like Bungo Stray Dogs has like a new anime in the works like every other year or something like that. So when it was just like, the 4th season, I'm like, only 4? Are you sure? Are you sure this is like season 8? But I mean, it has had multiple things. Like it's had sequels, it's had movies. I think it's had an OVA and shit as well. So,
just prequels and
yeah.
I guess I'll have to dive
is popular, basically.
Maybe there's something at the bottom of these lists that will pique
there's
my interest.
Always something, but is it good?
That's the big question.
is also a girl. Domo-chan.
Like I said, there's the Black Clover movie, so JD is happy.
No.
I cannot believe they animated Oni-chan wa Oshimai. That's quite impressive.
This is my fan service. This is something that should have existed a long time ago, but somehow didn't. But it's going to exist in January 27th, 2023. Sadly in CG, but at least it's a thing. We're finally going to get Luke.
I thought you were talking about Oni-chan wa Oshimai.
No. We're going to be getting. Shut up, Icky. Shut up, Icky.
Old people becoming lollies? What the?
No.
That's a revelation and a half.
My fan service is Lupin the Third versus Cat's Eye, which is something that should have existed back in the fucking 80s.
Wait, is that?
But at least
out?
we're finally here. It's coming out January 27th, 2023.
Yes. Oh God, we gotta.
It's CG though. Sadly,
I don't care. Do not care.
It's Lupin the Third. Yeah, it's Lupin the Third and female Lupin the Third. Of course, that crossover should have existed a long time ago.
Yeah, Blue Giant as well as a movie. I'm kind of
Giant.
Excited. I like jazz anime. Blue Giant
anime.
It's a movie.
I wonder if this Uyukumi no Kaina show's any good. Let's see.
Hold on a second.
It's got an interesting looking premise. Let's see. Kaina. What's the English title? Kaina of the Great Snow Sea. A world blanketed in an endless and ever-growing ocean of snow. The people eke out a living, either huddled around the roots of enormous trees dotting the surface or high in the canopy, which spreads over the planet's atmosphere. A chance meeting between Kaina, a youth from the canopy, and Liliha, a young woman from the surface, sets off a chain of events that will change the fate. That sounds interesting. I'm gonna throw that on my plan to watch list there.
Okay. I found Space Idol, so that's something Hickey will probably watch.
I don't know. It's an original short anime.
Yeah, depicting 4 girls who belong to the idol group Uchu Seifuku.
And this it's releasing in like a month, and the studio is unknown. So that's not a good sign.
It's related to DMM. They'll probably have some sort of studio involved, I would assume. I would assume.
It's going to be distributed on DMM TV. Oh, God.
Exactly. It's exactly what you want, Icky. Right up your alley.
Something out of DMM?
No, idols.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of things DMM do I would be interested in, but...
I know, and like 75% of it would be porn. I am well aware. Thank you.
Not porn. It's not porn. It's gacha games. Some of them are actually like porn gacha games, which is kind of impressive.
Yes,
like the Japanese are an impressive people. Talking about gacha porn. There's like 2 weeks of Comic and wrestling woman JD like to watch or go into it. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned something about the Stardom wrestlers involved.
Stardom, they'll have a Comic booth on the corporation side.
Yeah, for Bushi Road.
And I think they no, it's not Bushi Road.
It's not Bushi
It's
Road?
it's detached from the Bushi Road booth. It's its own booth. And I think they're gonna have a little show or something. They were mentioning that. I was like,
That's right. They will be selling porn.
but like some corporations, they do that. There's a few ways you can expand your booth on Comic. One is having some brands registered in the Japanese brand and company registry, whatever the fuck it is, the name, as its own thing.
Okay.
So it's kind of a subsidiary, and the subsidiary buys the booth. So we have Bushi Road, but Bushi Road has like 20 booths. It has one for Love Live, which I believe is Bushi Road, and it's alone, right? There's the Bushi Road, and one of them is Stardom. Other ones is just getting companies that wouldn't participate otherwise, selling them your IP, and suddenly they can, kind of qualify to a booth, like that one mining company do. But I was like, it's the first time, and Kyoto Animation is also having a booth, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
because
the
usually they avoid
the marketing of Bushi Road for Stardom and what they're doing to try to. It's more or less trying to get the awareness of the wrestling company into all different properties, and doing things like the Comic and whatnot is all part of that. Like try to spread awareness of essentially the wrestling company itself. It's like, hey, you want to watch all these like cool, awesome women wrestle, and they're mixing them into card games and whatnot that Bushi Road's involved with. It's a big awareness battle, so I'm pretty excited to see what 23 has to do with Stardom.
They're going to get an anime soon, aren't they?
Oh fuck! I would be totally.
I mean,
they already have like a manga about
there's that one.
Yeah.
Right. It's not about Stardom, but I believe it came from a porn manga.
No. Don't.
You're talking about I Want to Be the Strongest. That one.
Yeah. I think
I Want to Be the Strongest in the world. The fucking idol wrestler thing.
I don't know. I remember, if I remember correctly, it came from a interesting source.
I would assume so, because it's an interesting show. It definitely knows what it wants.
No, yeah. How old is that show? Can we go over the podcast? Only a few years.
Give me a second. I want to be the strongest. There is Sekai de Ichiban Tsuyoku Naritai. It's from 2013. Fall 2013.
Nope. Oh, what a bummer, Hickey. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
It's okay. I've already seen it. So.
We need a hentai episode.
We do need to do a hentai
while.
episode. Yeah. Those are always popular. I don't know why. I wonder why people like them so much.
I wonder why. What algorithm gets kicked?
I mean, now we can make late 2000s hentai.
Those can.
Oh no.
Those are like really special. Anyway, Jump Fest is also going on this weekend.
Yay. Woo.
Maybe they will announce something interesting for Jump related stuff that is not Bleach.
Probably not.
All right. Does that do it for the winter preview?
I mean, yeah. Like I said, I literally only had like 3 shows on my list.
Yeah. So just to reiterate,
I don't think I'm watching Trigun. I don't feel like watching Trigun.
No.
But,
I don't either.
I'll watch Trigun. So I'll watch Trigun, Vinland Saga 2, more Pickup Girls in a Dungeon, and then I guess for the new things, it's going to be Nier, and that snow world in the Canopy show, Ukumi no Kaina, or whatever it's called. I think those are the shows I'm gonna watch. And if something gets super popular and it may be interesting, I'll probably give it a try as well.
And we're gonna milk it for all it's worth. That's
yes,
right.
Of course. All right, playing the drop. Let's get into Mushishi. Here we go. Okay, Mushishi. So continuing off on our journey of anime that gives us the vibes, it was my pick, Mushishi. It came out in fall of 2005. It spans 26 episodes. It is wait, who made this show? Artland. Oh, is that the Galactic Heroes?
Yes.
It's the Legend of the Galactic Heroes anime? Yeah.
Pretty sure they worked on Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Did they not? Well, they did some Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I think they did the OVA as well. One of them at least.
Macross. That's the one. It's Macross.
Which one? All of them?
Yeah, the show. Do you remember Love? Those kinds of things. Anyways, the summary is as follows. Neither good nor evil. They are life in its purest form, vulgar and strange. They have inspired fear in humans since the dawn of time, and have, over the ages, come to be known as Mushi. The stories of the Mushi and the people they affect are all linked together by a traveling Mushi-shi, or Mushi Master, who seeks rare Mushi sightings and uses his shaman-like knowledge of Mushi to help the affected people. So very Monogatari-esque in the sense of a traveling dude whom tries to seek out the mysteries of this particular area. And in this case our dude Ginkgo is our main character. He's got white hair, smokes a cigarette, always looks cool. He's very quiet. And he essentially goes place to place, and whether he's summoned or stumbles across something, X is being affected, and he must solve Y to reach to equal Z, which is preventing some sort of disaster or plague or something along those lines. Usually in the negative, in a high form. Every episode is super unique. It is mostly episodic. What would you put a percentage? Like 90% of it's episodic?
95%.
Yeah, even higher than that. Yeah.
There's actually only 5 episodes that contain some sort of story related to the main character. The first one, the one with the chick in the swamp, because we meet the doctor.
Right.
The one with the backstory.
Those are my favorite,
one with
by the way.
ink. The one with the ink girl, and the last episode.
Yeah.
Which is kind of also a prequel episode. So
right.
Only 5.
But those 5 episodes are easily my favorite of the show, because then we like going episode to episode, following Ginkgo to learn more about him than the universe. I mean, I guess I say this every time we do an episodic show. Whenever we get more information than just an episodic contained story, those are generally the ones I get invested in the most. And Ginkgo's like backstory on how he got his white hair and those kinds of things, very cool. Makes me want to watch more. And this show was like the perfect thing I was able to do. Just coming home from work, threw on an episode or two, and then turned it off, and then went about the rest of my night. Very chill. The mysterious vibe throughout the show, I think, really works for the stories they want to tell. And it vibes with me very well. This is my kind of show in this sense.
It's a good just winter anime, or like in my case, Tempest, tropical Tempest,
tropical temperate weather.
It's not like I can go out. Half of my state was destroyed. It's still raining. Like, what am I supposed to do? Might as well just watch some soft anime.
Soft
everyone
anime. That's
speaks
a
soft.
good description.
Yeah.
That's a good description. Soft anime.
It's like an ESK type of anime. It's not.
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know. I wouldn't qualify this as a yashike.
I don't know. I generally got
Just-
good
it-
feelings most of the time.
Soft.
It depends on the episode. Some of them are a little darker in tone, but for the most part, I would say it kind of fits that description. Not every episode is particularly moody. I guess a lot of it is a little more like.
Well, Ginkgo himself is
I
pretty
wouldn't even say
moody.
somber, but he is kind of moody. Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
Yeah, he's like, I've seen
But
shit.
yeah, yeah. No, I don't
seen
know.
some
Like
things.
so, this is
I
also
don't
one of
like
those
Galantis,
cases.
Mushi. They're
Yeah.
cool.
They're all right. It's just interesting. Yeah, no, but I don't know. Like for me, especially like I watched the show once before, but like I definitely feel like this was a very bad time for me to watch this show. Because again, like I said, I'm in the middle of like the exam stress and everything like that. So the slow pace of this show really irked me this time around. I'm just sitting there. I'm just like,
opposite.
no, it doesn't. It reminds me that.
No, it got me angry.
No. Yes, because it just reminds me that I have shit to do, and I'm just like, why am I wasting my time on this shit? I've stuff to do. I don't have time for this.
I'm stuck at home. There's a blizzard outside. The snow is piling up. You have the height of my door.
Yeah, no, but
I have
that is
better
one thing
shit
that
to do.
that is one thing though. Like when I am stressed and I have stuff to do, I cannot watch slow shows. Slow shows are not relaxing. They are stressful to watch.
Yeah, just give the cure. Come on.
So I just
Ah.
checked. I
Just
just
do-
checked my anime list. It's been 6 years since I last watched this show, and I was kind of surprised how much I remembered. But it's one of those cases where I remember nothing until an episode gets started, and I go, "Oh yeah, that's what's going to happen now." And I'm like, okay, so mostly I just kind of
Yes.
kicked back, threw an episode on. Maybe I was busy doing other things and getting ready for other things, but it was always a good time. And yeah, you're right, Tori. It is extremely slow. There were quite a few episodes where maybe I wasn't in the right mood for a show this slow right now, but I kind of found myself. It's like, okay, I can kind of put this particular episode on in the background and get ready with other things.
Yeah, I can't really do that. I can't, like, not with this type of show. I can't put it on in the background. It doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. I'm not a background watcher that much either, to be fair. Like, it doesn't, I don't know. I
I've
feel
seen
like
the
if I'm
show
watching.
prior, then
No, I know.
I got
I have
no
also
problem
seen the
with
show
that,
prior,
yeah.
but like that doesn't really matter, right? I'm not the type of person who can put a show on in the background because it's like if I have it on in the background, I'm not watching the show. So why do I even have it on? So it's like, I don't know. For me, it's not the time for me right now. It's just I need to be in a relaxed mood to watch a relaxed show. I'm not in a relaxed mood right now, so the show does not relax me. It
Tori,
stresses me. It does the exact
have you
opposite.
thought about not being stressed? Have you given
I
that
have,
thought?
and a couple giving me like another like 5 days, and then I won't be stressed for a while again. But no, right now I have deadlines to do and I have shit to do. I have fucking deadlines to reach and shit to do. There is no don't be stressed. Doesn't help. It doesn't work that way.
Just crack a beer open and everything will be okay.
No.
Yeah, no. I also remember a lot of this anime, but it might be because when I watched it, there was no sense of urge. I watched the first episode and I was like, "Oh my god, this show is absolutely slow. I'm dying here." It feels like I've been stuck looking at the screen for 2 hours and it's been 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna watch one episode per day. And since it feels like 2 hours, but since it's only 20 minutes, I paid a lot of attention to every single episode the first time I watched. So the second time, it's like, oh yeah, I remember everything that is happening. Some episodes I didn't, like the episode 3 of the soft horns and the snail Mushi. but that's because I didn't pay that a lot of attention when it was happening the first time. Yeah, no, definitely, it's quite slow. It's good for, I guess, periods like this one, like those ones. I'm going through rains and tempests. There isn't a lot to do. There's just the sound of rain outside, and I can just put it on and relax a little bit.
I
Or,
think
you
the
know,
best-
in case of Tori, that doesn't happen. But if he wasn't on on exams and was just like, look outside, and there's a blizzard outside, someone will beat on my door telling me to shovel some ice out of the front door in a few minutes. Might as well just watch the show a little bit. It'd be a different vibe, I guess.
I don't even think I would do that, like, because for me, this show, the way I watched it, like, I also watched this show the first time like 6 years ago.
Hey, same time as me.
Which is incredible. Yeah, which is incredible to think about that it's actually been that long. Because like this show for me was kind of like you said, Nick. It was like I threw on like one episode at a time. I think when I started watching it the first time, I watched like 5 episodes back to back. And I was very not happy because holy shit, it felt like I wasted an entire day, even though it had not been an entire day.
It's been an hour. It's like, holy shit, this show is so fucking slow. Everyone talks so fucking slow.
Yeah. So after that, what I would do was I would just I would head to bed and I would just open my laptop and I would put on an episode and watch an episode of Mushishi and then go sleep. Which was a lot better, because goddamn it, this show makes me tired.
Everything, the music is soft and kind of slow. There's a lot of
episodes.
There's a lot of strings used on the insert songs and then little background musics.
Mm-hmm.
You don't skip the opening because the opening is really good.
I skip the opening every single time. Fuck you.
Oh my god, the opening is so.
I mean, Mushi-shi does have a lot of good openings and endings. The music in Mushi-shi in general is pretty good. I think it's very interesting as well, right? Because when you first get introduced to Mushi-shi in like the first episode, one of the things that you sort of notice right from the get-go is the lack of music, because especially that first episode, it takes a while before any sort of like real music actually comes into play, which is kind of interesting. You're like, what is going on? Has the show started yet?
Yeah, you tend to get a lot of just nature kind of sounds, wind blowing,
ambient sounds,
rustling. You get a lot of that through the show. And what'd you guys feel about? Because there's a lot of these episodes where Genko is just kind of. He's just the onlooker of what's happening. There's nothing he could really do except just watch on and learn from that experience. You're kind of there with
and tell people how they don't die.
Yeah,
because that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people were incredible. I'll be back in a year. Goes back in a year. Everyone is dead. It's like, well, shit.
Oops.
I mean, listen, dude, if some random dude showed up on your door, told you to fucking take this medicine, would you? I wouldn't.
Probably should have listened.
So yeah.
The traveling medicine man.
Nah. I mean, he isn't even a medicine man, though. He's a Mushishi. It's just like, what do you do? Oh, you know, I go ahead and take care of these like supernatural beings that realistically no one other than a select few can see most of the time. Don't even know if they're really real, to be honest, but I feel like they're real and they seem to have an effect, and some people agree with me, so yeah, that's what I do. By the way, take this medicine, please. I will come back in a year and I will make sure you have been taking it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Whatever you say.
Comes back, everyone's dead. Huh. I guess they didn't take the meds. Like, bummer.
Can't believe he didn't listen. Dude is just fucking samurai dude is just sitting in there like, motherfucker. You asshole. You fucking dickhead, dude.
Was that the same episode as the people that got like the rust disease?
No. There's one that people turn into moss.
The moss one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one with the fucking prophetic dreams
and all that. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, nah. I don't know, like, a lot of the things, I feel like a lot of the things are, like, slightly creepy as well. Like the fucking the Mushi that goes into your ear and like removes all sound.
Oh,
Source
that
of
one was
sound.
wild.
No, yeah, but not even just because it's like, it goes into that little like snail-like thing in your ear, or just it's like, oh my god, that sounds like something that could really happen, and I hate that.
Yeah.
But then the
like
same
a
thing was
fucking
like
worm.
the other dude, the like special, they like thing, and like the kid was just like, oh yeah, when you put your hands over your ear, you can hear sounds. And then his horns start growing, and I'm just like, I just start thinking, it's like, I need to not cover my ears. I don't want that.
Man. Let's see. I'm looking at the episode list to see if anything else pops out.
The cotton spores one it's really creepy. The kid that like gets infected and he gets born as a slime. And I think he's reproducing below the fucking house.
Ugh.
It's
Yeah,
like
some of these episodes are quite fucked up when they start describing.
You're like,
what happens.
no, Mushi is evil, and you're just trying your best, and then you get to the fucking Wataboshi episode, and Gigo's like, that thing is pure evil. We need to kill that motherfucker. I was like, holy shit. That one, the bamboo one is kind of creepy as well.
There was the one where there was the one episode
inside the cage.
Yeah.
Where they need to drink the water from the bamboo mushi.
Yeah.
Or they die. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, you gotta keep appeasing the spirits, essentially. That's what a lot of these episodes are. They start gaining and that's how he like gets to a lot of these places. Stories spread, weird events, rumors, and he just goes, I guess I'm going over there. Let's see what's this the story of this dude that chases rainbows. That guy's weird.
You have the cocoons as well. There's like the little mushi that becomes stuck in a double cocoon. And so they're separated, and you can just use it to instantaneously pass messages between the Mushishi and the handler.
Oh,
yes,
it was like a traveling mailbox.
That is a little bit
deal.
creepy as well. Like the kid slipping and the robe falls on top of her, and it's an off. She like just lift it up, and she just teleports. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. No, like there's a lot of ways the game could come. Sometimes he's cold. Sometimes he just travels. Sometimes he ends up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just kind of, he just goes around, and then there's always that like, how does he make money? Considering you don't see him often like take money for his jobs, and it's like, I just need some stuff from you, and it's like, he just survives by taking stuff, and then he ends up at the fucking dude, and he's like, here, I got this, I'll sell you this, I'll sell you this, I'll sell. It's like, yeah, I see, I understand. Fucking asshole.
fucking merchant. It's like the merchant in Bloodborne. He just kind of pops up. He's like, hey, I got shit for you.
Oh, this guy's so nice. He cures whatever ails us, and he doesn't even want to get paid for it. Oh, fuck, please. You've just been scammed, boy.
He could do that. He could just like have a bunch of mushi in a box, and then he just afflicts places, and then he's like, I got the cure.
Man, isn't it weird how these mushi always travel with me? Damn, dude.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Doesn't he? I vaguely remember, this might have been on the background, but I vaguely remember that he gets a rumor traveling about him, and like he's a traveling curse in himself kind of situation.
There's the rainbow dude.
Yeah, I talk about the rainbow dude. Yeah.
Yeah, the mushi that is actually just a natured phenomenon.
Oh, the mountain or the traveling swamp and those kinds of things. I thought those episodes were pretty cool. How mushi itself are ones with nature, and they affect natural disasters, or they're tied to certain wild events that go on. I like those.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really think of an episode I didn't enjoy. Like straight up thought it was bad, the story was bad, the Mushi was bad. I can't really think of one off the top of my head.
An episode I didn't enjoy.
Which is generally pretty tough for episodic shows. There's even some episodes of Lupin where I'm like,
okay,
that episode kind of sucked.
let's see. Well, I would say the one with the Biwa player. That's the second to last episode.
Oh yeah.
With like she was blind and she saw the Mushi, which
but that's
makes it sees everything.
But that's the one where she slowly develops like foresight.
Yeah, and the end, her eyeballs kind of pop out.
Yeah, boop.
Because the Mushi, and like the thing is, it's like, oh, I'll find you a cure. It's like there's no cure. Yeah, like okay, so it happens. I was like, sure, but and then Ginkgo just goes away. I was like, but wait a second. All the way in the beginning, when there was like the little girl who had the eyes infected by a Mushi, and kind of happens the same thing. Her eyes get consumed, both of them.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, it's okay. I have this Mushi. I'm just gonna pop out my fake eye, inject the Mushi inside of it, and it'll become like a normal eye she can use. Why did he not do that again?
Because fuck that woman. That's why.
God.
I was like at the end of the episode, I was like, but it's the second time I watched the show. The second time I go, but why can't you just? That's that kind of a cue. You did that to the little kid. Why don't you just help that woman?
He's only got so many glass eyes, Hickey. He can't keep giving them away.
No, he definitely can't.
You know what episode weirdly stuck with me the most?
So I think because it's like, I don't know, it was like the story is interesting, right? Like there's nothing she can do, and then at some point she's seeing the future, the past, the present at the same time, even with her eyes closed.
Yeah.
But it's like there's nothing you can do, and it's like I'm gonna do something. It's just like there's nothing you can do, and there's nothing he can do, and he goes, oh, there's nothing I can do. I could give you a new eye, but I forgot about it. So goodbye. Good luck being blind again. It's not I would not say that's a good episode. I would say that's the weakest of all. That was in my opinion.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so my point, or the thing that I want to get to, is with the with what JD says. Like, I kind of agree that I think the strength of Mushishi, I struggle to find an episode that I think is like genuinely bad. But my thing with Mushishi is also, at least for my money, I also struggle to find an episode that I think stands out as very good, at least as far as the first season is concerned. I like Mushishi, but I don't love Mushishi. It's a show that I can watch in, limited viewing at a time, but like I have, like, until we rewatched it now, or until we were going to watch it for the podcast, I've had no interest in rewatching the show. And sort of watching through it again, I just sort of came to the same conclusion. I'm just like, I didn't really feel like there was anything here that was particularly worth it for me to come back to, which I think is arguably one of the weaknesses of Mushishi. I think that's a very good watch, but I don't know.
I think that's a pretty accurate statement, actually, because what I was trying to say earlier was there's only like outside of like a Ginkgo origin story. You're right. Not any particular episode really stands out as holy shit, that one was great. I mean, I was trying to say like what episode stuck out to me and like stuck with me, and that like, for example, the One Night Bridge, where Ginkgo's just traveling, he comes across a bridge, and then he meets like essentially a despaired young couple because of what happened in the incident. And like I can't really explain why that episode stuck with me so well. But I wouldn't say it's like, oh, this is the best episode in the series. I can't really pick that one out for you. And that's kind of why when we get to the rating here, and I think I've said all I've had to do with the show, is there is definitely something missing in the show that takes it over the edge for me to go, you have to watch this.
Yeah, pretty much the same. it's a well over average, like across the fucking board. It's good. It's a good show across the board, pretty much. But like, I don't know. I don't think I would put Mushishi on like a must-watch. Like, this is the must-watch of anime. I would highlight it as like, you know, a slow show. Like, if you're interested in like slow shows and stuff like that, it's like a good watch. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh yes, dude, you have to watch Mushishi. It will change your life. I don't think it will.
Yeah, we won't.
Fair enough. I'm ready to score it. How about you guys?
Yeah.
So, I came to the conclusion of an 8, but I'm on the border of more closer towards 7. And like we were just saying, there isn't anything I would call particularly grand, great, must recommend, but the show itself as a whole left me weirdly satisfied on a higher end at the same time. I love the melancholy-esque vibes of the show. Ginkgo, as a character, can't really speak much on that, and I think that's also what's holding the show back. He's a very just... He's a dude that smokes, and he travels, you know? So...
I'm in smoking that Mushi as well.
Yeah. So I came to an 8 out of 10. Very enjoyable. I can't say anything's particularly bad, but I can't say anything's particularly must-watch great. So I'm on that higher end of the spectrum for this show.
Okay. I also give it an 8. And it's pretty much the same. It's a well-crafted show, but it kind of stops it there as a compliment.
Yeah. So we're kind of in the same boat there. How about you, Tori?
It's a well-crafted everything.
Tori?
Yes.
How about you?
So basically, no, I thought he was going to keep talking. He just suddenly stopped.
Nah, I know. It's because JD cut me off, so I just stopped.
Sorry, Hickey.
Fair enough.
Nah, it's fine.
Fair enough. So yeah, like I said, I think well over. This show is a good watch. Got a lot of interesting episodes. A lot of weird episodes. Some feel a little too close to home in terms of like what happens with the Mushi. Like I said, I already highlighted the fucking air things. It's just something about that is just when you watch it and you just start thinking about it, then you're like, there's no way that could be real. But what if? And you're like, but like there are like parasites and shit that could. I don't want to think about it.
If you're sleeping, there's even a chance a cockroach enters you.
Yeah, no, it's just like nah. I don't like this. I don't like this whatsoever. And that's I guess the most interesting part for me about Mushishi, when you sort of start thinking about some of the things that happens in this. But yeah, my favorite episode is because I don't really have one. So yeah, that sort of hinders it a lot for me. So I give it a 7. Like I said, I think it's a good show, and it's a fucking amazing show if all you're going to do is fall asleep to it. Really recommend it. It's going to put you to sleep right away. But, you know,
as a compliment.
As a compliment, yes. But as you are, if you're looking for something, you know, something that's going to really hook you and make you want to watch more and stuff like that, it's like Mushishi is not that show. Mushishi is the sort of show that you watch 20 minutes of and you're like, yep, I'm good for the day. And not just for Mushishi. Mushishi is the sort of show that when I watched, I would think like I was going to watch multiple episodes before going to bed, or like watch a lot of anime before going to bed. But if I started watching Mushishi, that was also the last thing I watched. It was literally just like, I don't want to watch anything else right now. I just want to sleep. Basically, if you have a crippling anime addiction, watch Mushishi. It's going to cure that.
All right. So this is our last episode of the calendar year. Got a lot of interesting things on the horizon. I think we got a few shows to pick from for review of 2023. And here's to another year, guys. We'll see you next time.
Woo! Peace.
Goodbye.